The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by inJaylon, trusted by over 500 NFL players for their winning smiles, and broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your host, Nicole Hutchison.
Welcome into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by inJaylon here in the SWBC studio. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Brianna Aldridge and Aisha Morrison. Ladies,
wake up!
Good morning.
What's up? Like, how long is it gonna last?
It's gonna last a long time.
What day is it, Nicole?
Thursday?
Huh? So it's
Jueves.
okay. Yesterday.
Hoy is jueves.
We're on the right day, so
Praise
that's a good,
Saints.
that's a good
Praise
start.
Saints. Y'all feeling good today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't feel it. I need y'all to try again.
I feel good.
You sure?
Da 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 da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Good morning.
I do.
Cowboys play football in 4 days.
Is it just 4
Saturday,
days?
Sunday, Monday. That's 3 days.
Thank God they ain't got a long delay.
Y'all know math wasn't my
See what
greatest
happened.
subject.
It's okay.
It's fine.
That's not what we
That's what
need
y'all
to
are
do.
here
You
for.
don't gotta count.
You know, that's actually
That's no
right.
problem.
I'm screaming.
Yeah. All right. Cowboys play football against the Chicago Bears. They travel up north looking for their second win of the season. But we do have a practice reporte. Aisha.
All right, so injury report.
The Spanglish.
I'm tired.
I know.
I've had it.
Get her. Get her.
It's fine. That's what I'm here for.
But Cowboys injury report came out yesterday. Got a couple of important humans on here that should make note of. Trayvon Diggs had a illness. I think he was excused from practice. He did not practice yesterday. Deron Bland did not practice yesterday. Obviously, still rehabbing from the foot injury. And then Tyler Guyton is dealing with a shoulder injury. Sounds like he was limited. Definitely want to get more information on that if we can today. And then Cavante Turpin with the trap strain it says neck rather, was limited as well in practice. So how do you ladies feel about the first injury report? Is it the first or second? Yeah, first injury report of the week.
Oh, the week. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I actually talked to Terp when I saw him in the building.
Awesome.
And he said that he expects to play. However, when we talk to this coaching staff today, we'll get more of an idea of the realistic expectations for him, because it is a neck injury. You don't want to risk anything so early in the season. But I mean, he's a competitor, and obviously he wants to play, and knowing how much he's been able to produce for this offense so far, and how much you do need that speed element in Terp. I mean, I don't see anything that should keep him from playing. Maybe they'll keep him on a pitch count, but again, this coaching staff has done a lot better of making sure that guys are monitored and not forcing them to do too much. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they do play him. Now, Guyton, I didn't get a chance to ask him anything, but yeah, certainly that is concerning, considering he did battle injuries last year. What you got? Aisha, what you got?
Yeah, I want to add on to the Turpin thing. Going up against this Bears secondary, I think Cavante Turpin's speed could be essential. Maybe getting him lined up on some of these linebackers, getting him work in the middle of the field and stuff like that. Also, too, starting field position is important, and Jalen Tolbert, bless his heart, being the backup returner, but the threat that Cavante Turpin poses, and also he puts your offense in position to go score. So that seems like a big deal to me. The Bland Diggs thing, I'm listening, but the Guyton thing as well, I'm like, he needs to be able to punch. He's a gentleman that's still working his technique. Don't like that his shoulder is hurting. What you got, Brady?
Yeah, a lot of what you guys said. I mean, Bland's no surprise there. Diggs with an illness, not worried about that being it's so early in the week. Guyton was a surprise because we didn't hear anything after the game with that lingering. And like you said, he had some stuff going on at camp and had a slow ramp up. He had the injuries last year going into season, middle of the season. So, it feels like Guyton's can't really stay healthy, so something to keep an eye on there because you don't want that to linger, obviously. And then Turpin, I was with Calvin Watkins when he was actually talking to Terp as well, and kind of what Nicole said. It sounded like he literally said, "I'm feeling good," but he's not having any contact. So you wonder still, like, not having contact this week and then just jump into the game, how that's going to be. But obviously a big piece of this offense. They're placing him literally everywhere before he came out of the game, and then also special teams. Then that changes the game. Our special teams is struggling a little bit overall.
Coverage.
They're
Coverage
struggling.
is struggling. They're struggling.
So I don't want to take anything away from them where they're actually doing decent with. So something to keep an eye on. But again, it's only Wednesday. A lot can happen between now and when that last injury report comes out. So
Yeah, I do want to touch on Tyler Guyton. I feel like we hadn't talked much about him this entire first 2 weeks. You're right, first 2 weeks of the season. Specifically last week, I know that he did have his fair share of struggles, along with Terrence Steele. But let's stick with Guyton battling that shoulder injury. But you potentially will have someone have to come in and step in. There's a Johnny Cornelius you could possibly elevate, and there's also Hakeem Adeniji as well. Where's y'all's thoughts on those guys? Do y'all have confidence if Tyler Guyton were to have to be on more of a pitch count or not play at all?
I mean, I think you would. Steven and I told you. Listen, Nate Thomas is somebody that they have a lot of faith in and they trust. And not only do they trust him as a left tackle, it sounds like they also believe he can do some swing things. So that stood out, the other week with Steven saying that on 105.3 The Fan. Appreciate what those guys do. But yeah, I think it would be Nate Thomas who gets the call up if indeed Tyler Guyton can't go. But what I will say about Tyler Guyton and the things that he is still kind of struggling with. Well, I'll say what he's doing well to me. What I think he's doing well is I think he's recovering better. I think that he is using his athleticism and speed a little bit better this year and getting back in front of defenders and just continuing through the rep and not getting a little off kilter during the rep and being able to kind of stay in phase during the rep. I think that that's something I've seen from him that has improved. And also, too, knowing just the awareness, like knowing when he's beat, so he's able to kind of push guys outside. We saw that a couple of times last week, is that he was able to kind of still make guys run the oop so the quarterback could feel the pressure and come forward and step forward in the pocket and still make plays. So I think he's still growing. Did see some good things from him and then some shaky things from him. Still working his hands, still trying to be consistent with his hand placement and his striking and all that stuff. But he's still a work in progress. And that's another reason I don't want the injury to derail kind of the progress that we've seen from him from a technical standpoint. So that's what I saw from him last week. A lot of room to grow. What you got, Bree?
Yeah, with Tyler Guyton, I think the next man up, we saw it in training camp. Nate Thomas would be the automatic go guy there. Not really not concerned what Nate Thomas did. It seemed like they have a lot of confidence in him. It was very little competition before they slid him into, I think it was like a day, literally, at training camp, and then he was taking all the reps there. And they seemed ready. If Tyler Guyton wasn't ready to go against Philly, they were going to put him in there as well. However, I'm looking at, I don't want to see, as much as if he's healthy, of course you throw him in there. But it's like if Tyler Guyton doesn't go, think about who the opponent is the following week. That's what I'm thinking of. So I think for everyone as a unit, just having similar to what we thought we were going to get the Giants. Like she was talking about, let's just get them on tape and try some different things and see what happens. But yeah, I'm thinking already ahead of week 4, and that's why you want Tyler Guyton to be on the field against the Bears. I would hate for him to come back in and jump in, and you got the Packers waiting on the other side for that. But overall, one of the best things an O-line coach told me during my time in Buffalo was, if you're not hearing anything about the O-line, that means the O-line's doing their job. When you're starting to hear their names, that means something's going wrong, and that's just the name of the game and the position. And I think, to your testament, like, we haven't really heard a lot of him. I think it's because he has been able to make that jump, if you will, or the improvements with the techniques. The penalties is the biggest thing, right? I think he's moving in a positive direction, and he's not, like he said in the beginning of the season, he didn't want to be the reason why this O-line wasn't doing its job, and he's not.
Yeah.
So
y'all know what Javonte Williams told me yesterday?
What'd he say? What'd he say?
That man said, I got the best O-line in the league. It's in the interview. You're going to hear it.
I mean,
love that.
He said it.
I mean, I I believe schematically and some of the stuff that Clayton Adams is doing, putting them in position to get positive run plays, understanding what they do well, what they don't do well. I think we might see some changes with Brock Hoffman being in at center and seeing how they decide to play to his strengths and stuff like that. But I think most of the things that you already do, he kind of fits. So I do think that this offensive line is like a work in progress, especially the interior. Obviously, the loss of Cooper Beebe sucks. Yeah. But I think the interior and the tackles as a collective, they're able to do some good things.
And this is a lot when you're
running backs. They never wrong being confident.
Hello.
Right. Ain't no left here.
The running backs got a lot of confidence in you. Like, especially, well, I guess you can call him a veteran. He's been in the league 5 years, 6 years. So, I mean.
Yeah. That's what I would say, because we've heard other things. You're like, please.
He's come away. He's come a mighty long way.
If you're supposed to think your quarterback's the best in the league, your O-line's the best in the league, D-line's best in the league. So let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Then also too, like he's seeing some of the best success through 2 weeks that he has seen his career.
For himself.
So he got it for himself. So he got to be like,
it's because of them.
Bless you, humans. Those are the guys blocking up for him. So
that part.
Much respect.
What does Nate Thomas give y'all that Tyler Guyton doesn't necessarily give y'all, if he gives anything at all?
I don't feel like it's fair yet question, because we just haven't seen what he is in live action. I don't really preseason. I mean, no, there's a little shade to the Bears, but the Bears look pretty great in the preseason, and we see how they are. So I don't think it's fair yet to really, make that. I have to see what Nate Thomas looks like against.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the only difference between them two is maybe a little bit more power. I think Nate Thomas has a little bit more power in his game. I think he can anchor a little stronger than what Tyler Guyton can. And although, again, I think Tyler Guyton wins in the athletic department, the feet being quicker and a little bit cleaner and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of some give and take. Neither one of your tackles on this Dallas offensive line is a tackle that presents a lot of like anchor, power, going to sit down and stop people in their tracks. That's just not what they are. But I do think that Nate Thomas has the ability to sit his butt down and be like, hey, all that moving you doing, brother, it's gonna come to a stop right now. We got to see that a little bit in the Rams practice, even against Jared Verse, him standing him up and like a toy a couple times, and it was like, okay, you struggle with the speed sometimes, but if it's just power and guys rushing down the middle of him, he is able to get control of the rep and keep fighting through the rep. I guess that might be it, but other than that, nah.
Okay, well, I want to dive more into. I'm screaming at them. What is that?
I don't know. I just tried to process it as words.
You know when people be like, meh? So that's my version of like.
Okay. It made sense. I think I understood what you said.
Speak my language. We're minions.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
All right, Cowboys. I do want to break down a little bit until we get to the next segment. We'll dive deeper into it. But real fast, overall thoughts about this Chicago Bears defense. There's a defense that's allowing. They're only scoring averaging 19 points per game, but they are worst in the league and minus 34 in point differential. Talk about this Bears defense. What stands out that they struggle with? What stands out that they do well?
What you got? What she thinks?
Defensively, they're ironically having a lot of the issues that we're having on defense.
Talk about it
if you wanna go there. I know the first thing people are gonna say is the injuries in the secondary and their liability, but again, they're only that liable because they have literally no pass rush. And the sad part is they invested heavily on that D-line in the offseason. Defensive end, I'm going to mess up his name, I know. Deo Odangabingo. Sorry. 3-year, $48 million there. Grady Jarrett, another 3-year, $43 million deal, defensive tackle. Montez Sweat, he became the highest defensive player back in 2023. His production, they attested to all the double teams he's taking in, brought him in some help, and he's been very so-so as well. There's just not anything helping that defensive line. And as we know, that starts to impact your secondary. And I think that's the name of the game right now. And their secondary is taking hits. And I know if you take a look at their practice report from this week that was just sent out, they have a lot going on there. Kyler Gordon didn't practice yesterday. You already have Jalen Johnson, who is out indefinitely, meaning they're still trying to determine if his is season-ending injury, but he won't be out there on the field. And then you got Nashawn Wright right now as a corner. They're as who they thought they could rely on as a cornerback one. And I remember him having, I don't know if it was a pick six, but I remember him having an interception and seeing the highlights and hyping him up and being like, oh, that's the former Cowboys who was with us at a time. And then we made the swap there with Andrew Booth, I believe, last training camp. And they had a lot of similar traits there, and it's not working out, cornerback one. Stevenson is the other guy on the other side, also not having a great start. Montez Sweat was the only guy, only player to get a sack last game, and it was negated because of Stevenson's penalty there. So they're kind of a hot mess on defense. And I mentioned it yesterday a little bit. This was a team that they brought in an offensive-minded coach, Ben Johnson, who was doing his thing in Detroit. They had Caleb Williams, who they believed who can take this offense to the next level. I don't think this was a team they thought it was going to be this top 10 passing, but they did believe that they were going to have a top 10 defensive team because of what I just mentioned, all the players they invested in up front. And last year's defense was pretty decent. And if you remember the storyline with Chicago last year, they had so many close games. No one was really just burying Detroit, and a lot of it was because of their defense, because Caleb Williams was struggling with consistency, taking care of the football. So I think it's just a lot of disappointment, and it's only week 2, but I think Ben Johnson came in thinking he had a defensive team and he just had to get this offense going, and now he doesn't have the guys to fit the scheme that he brought in Dennis Allen to do.
Yeah, you talked about Dennis Allen. Obviously, there's a little bit of there's some reunions going on this upcoming week with Matt Eberflus, who's the former Bears defensive coordinator, or head coach rather, and then also too on the other side there's Al Harris as well, the secondary coach for the Cowboys for several years. So it's but when you talk about Dennis Allen and what he likes to do, you're gonna see a considerable amount of man from this defense, which is, given what you just said, is a little mixed scary. And I think you saw the Lions exploit it all day. The lack of pass rush, to your point. Deo Ajingbo is somebody that I did see. He is able to get to the quarterback with power. Montez Sweat is no one to snuff at as far as a pass rushing role, but the rest of those guys, and a Grady Jarrett and I think it's Dexter, if I'm not mistaken. Those guys are more powerful, stand in the middle, clog up the lanes, those type of guys. So to your point, and also Dennis Allen is he's not a defensive coordinator that is going to blitz a lot. And then when he does, it is going to be from the linebacker position. So they're in this place to where, like you said, Bree, they're not getting enough pass rush. Their secondary is heavily in man. They will do some zone. I think they did adjust in this game to try to, and versus the Lions, to try to do a little bit more zone, given the fact that their safeties specifically, were getting burnt over the middle all day. And so I wonder if they come in and try to replicate some of the stuff that other people have done to Dallas defensively in this game. But yeah, they have a lot of the same issues, Bree. I mean, I think you hit it on the head. They look very similar to what the Cowboys look from the secondary standpoint to the front seven. I wanted to note that they lost TJ Edwards during that game, and I feel like that does have a big impact on their front seven because he's kind of the general up there. So how they adjust to not having that linebacker in the middle of their defense that kind of steers the ship, I believe is going to matter as well. So you lost 2 of your better players, to your point, Bree, going into this game. But yeah, it's tough pickings over there, and their offense is not scary. Not scary as far as their offense is not playing well, but they're not in the position to where they can get stops consistently enough to help those guys out.
We're going to take our first break here on Girls Talk, Boys Talk. We're going to dive deeper into this matchup. Cowboys offense, Bears defense, some weaknesses Dak Prescott and his weapons can exploit, and who could be an X factor on the Cowboys offensive line going up against the Bears defensive line. All right, we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back with more.
how does the cheerleader's hair always look so perfect? We asked, and they shared one of their biggest beauty secrets. If you want hair like theirs and confidence to match, use Babyliss Pro styling tools. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders use Babyliss Pro curling irons to get those perfect game day curls. To get the hair you see on the cheerleaders, head to BabylissPro.com. Use the code Cowboys20 for 20% off Babyliss Pro tools, the official styling tools of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Get the discount while it lasts. Offer may be withdrawn at any time at advertiser's discretion.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
All right, Cowboys fans, this one's for us. If the men in your life bleed blue and silver like we do, I've found the perfect way to elevate their game day rituals. Gillette just released their best razor in Cowboys colors, and it is everything a Cowboys fan could want. The new Gillette Labs official Dallas Cowboys licensed razor combines his Cowboys pride with Gillette's best shave. And with 50% longer lasting blades, it is truly the gift that keeps on giving. Get it while you can at Gillette.com/NFL. Gillette's best shave is also available as heated.
The countdown to game day starts with Rally Days presented by SeatGeek. Get a behind-the-scenes look at AT&T Stadium, meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and alumni, play games, win prizes, and more. Get your tickets at AT&TStadium.com/Rally Days.
Woo! Get your rally day. Wait, get your tickets for Rally Days. I'm sorry, you just said it. That's crazy. Yeah.
SeatGeek.com, okay?
There you go. SeatGeek.com. Rally Days. Get your tickets. All right. Welcome back into Girls Talk, Boys Talk, presented by Invisalign here, SWBC Studio. Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison, myself, Nicole Hutchison, and as we briefly have talked about, Dak Prescott playing so well through the first 2 weeks of the season. Well, Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson has something to say about that.
Man, when I see a quarter,
what's Dan doing that makes you feel like he's playing the best football of just about anybody?
man, when I see a quarterback utilize cadence the way that he does, and I know that's a little thing, but it's reflective of he's got total control of the field. He's looking to manipulate the defense. He's looking to control them. Hopefully, we'll have a loud crowd here on Sunday that combats his ability to use that cadence to our disadvantage. But when I see that on tape, I know like this is a guy that's seeing the field really well right now, and he's trying to move defenders around. And I think that's when you have an experienced player like that, that's a dangerous thing.
Hall of Fame. Football.
Man, when I see a quarter.
All right, thoughts, ladies? What y'all got to say about that?
I think that Bears fans are frightened that Dak is playing his best football, and he's coming into Soldier Field against a team that just gave up 50 points. J.J. McCarthy, who they faced week 1, and then Jared Goff, who they faced in week 2. They both earned Offensive Player of the Week after facing the Bears, and I just feel like Dak's about to get that same award coming up. I mean, that's how many holes this defense has at this moment, and I don't see them fixing everything by Sunday. And Dak is rolling. Again, he's the reason why in both those games, even though the Cowboys lost in week 1, had a chance and had not just opportunity. It's Schottenheimer saying opportunities. That was the frustration coming out of week 1 because it's like they really could have done it if he cleaned up some of the mistakes. And then he was just unbelievable when his team needed him most in that second game. The first half was a little weary, but when it mattered most, when you're in overtime, Dak was able to get his team in a position and like Ben Johnson just said he's seeing the ball. He's seeing the field so well. He's seeing the defenses so well. He's able to manipulate them. And this is against a team that can easily be manipulated in this moment.
No, that's a very good point. I do think that Chicago is going to come out going 0-3 in this league is a scary place to be in. And whereas Dallas, I think both teams are kind of in a place to where they need to win. You know, Dallas needs to continue to win games just because of how the top of the NFC seems like it's shaping up. You got some real competition. And then also, too, with Chicago, like, I do expect for them to come out and really try to, you know, put their best foot forward, which they have done. They have done at the beginning of games.
And it looks good.
But then when things start going off the rails and things like that, I feel like there's a temperament thing that's going on with them as well as a team. But I wanted to talk about the Lions and what they did to them, baby. Bree, you make a really good point about the fact that they can be manipulated. The best thing that Dak Prescott, one of the things I think he does that kind of gets overshadowed is how he really works team safeties with his eyes and some of the stuff he does. And these safeties and linebackers, you put them in spots where they have to make decisions. I believe that Dak Prescott will do that. I believe he will do that. I think that the motions, and that's why I believe that Turpin's presence is going to be important this upcoming game. The motions will create spacing and leverage for this Dallas offense that this Bears defense, once their eyes start going somewhere, their body goes there as well. And that created so many places of opportunity, big plays for the Lions last week. So to me, I look for Dak to do what he's been doing, attack in the middle of the field, hitting some of those deep overs, hitting some of those crossing routes, make their safety specifically have to chase you. And that has really put them in some weird spots last week. A lot of respect for Tyreek Stevenson.
Please.
However, when he was having to follow some of those receivers across the line, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown just wore him out last week. And so to Bree's point, yeah, this is a defense that struggles with the window dressing and all the decoration and the sprinkles. Dallas already does that, so I hope that they continue to just do what they've been doing as an offense.
And if you're CeeDee Lamb, you're George Pickens, you're looking at this tape from last week, even week 1 from the Bears, and you're smiling. I just wanted to, this is from the Lions Twitter. They set a franchise record by averaging 8.8 yards per play in Sunday's win.
That's insane.
Gave up almost 12 yards per pass attempt to Jared Goff.
They killed them with play action, and we know that Jared Goff is one of the best play action quarterbacks in the NFL. 76.3% when they are using play action, and obviously Dak Prescott, that's something he plays well doing as well. So I'm looking at, I think we're going to see a lot of play action and getting those guys to look one way and then you going the other way with the ball.
Let me tell you something. Tyreek Stevenson, opposing quarterbacks have had a 158.3 passer rating when targeting him. He's also allowed a team high 126 yards and a touchdown across 8 targets faced in coverage. So there is a weakness there. But, you know, Aisha, you made a good point about being able to take advantage of the middle of the field. That's where Kevontae Turpin is utilized. But if there is a chance where we don't see much of Kevontae Turpin, who's your guy to make up for that lost production?
Attack in the middle of the field. I mean, I guess it would continue to be like a Jake Ferguson. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else is speedy McSpeedsters.
I think you're gonna need definitely the size in this game. You gotta think about who the Bears have on the other side. We didn't talk about him, but Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker, 6'4", 250 pounds. He was feasting during my time in Buffalo, and it was a very sad and cold, windy day in Orchard Park when
Why you had to say all that?
It was a very sad.
He was just playing with his hair on fire, and he was our star outside of Ed Oliver back then. But Tremaine Edmonds going to Chicago Bears was just like a sad day because he was playing his butt off, and can make a difference in that defense. So I think you're going to need a Ferg in that situation when you're talking about the middle of the field for sure. And I feel like, Ferg's been peaking for sure, and I think this is a chance to take that next step. Pickens, again, coming off his game, getting more targets. CeeDee Lamb has had 200-plus yard games in his first 2 outings. I don't see that stopping. I think it's going to be in third consecutive game. So I'm excited to see what these guys do. This is the time to really show what we've all been talking about and what we think the potential of this offense could be. In week 1, they had a good half. I feel like the same thing happened. They had like a slow start and then it started to pick up. I would like to see this team, especially against when we're talking about all the flaws in this defense, that can have a consistent game, because we haven't seen it yet.
And you're going to have to, because, I mean, say what you want to say about the Bears offense. Again, I think that Ben Johnson is going to come and throw everything he got at you from an offensive standpoint. These guys do have the ability to score. Do they do they struggle after they are kind of got hit in the mouth, to kind of bounce back? Sure. But these guys can come out, put up some points on you. You're going to have to be able to respond. And I think Dallas's best plan of action, which we've been talking about for a while now, is to put them in positions where they got to keep up with you. Put them in position where they have to keep up with you. And also, too, even though they do run man, they will mix up some zone, and, baby, they giving a lot of cushion, too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb to take advantage of that as well. And if Dallas decides to, just take what the defense gives them, then I'm cool with that as well.
Yeah, something that's also big is turnovers in this game. The Bears have turned the ball over 5 times the last 2 games, and so yeah, taking care of the football on the offensive side of the ball, takeaways on the defensive side of the ball for the Cowboys, very crucial. But in terms of X factor, let's go X factor on the offensive line first for the Cowboys. Who will be the X factor?
I think it's going to be a center. Personally,
I forgot we got Brock Hoffman.
I think Brock Hoffman coming in is going to be your center. We just heard Ben Johnson right there in the sound talk about how he's hoping that the crowd noise can help them out just because of how well the quarterback is playing. But new center coming in, understanding all his checks and all of his declarations. This is, now, don't get it twisted. Brock Hoffman has played in the NFL. He's played for this team in the NFL. He started games. However, you do have a new offense. And I think that matters. I think that matters that you do have new calls and different things like that. So I think the center is the X factor, truly, right now, because that's where a lot of that defensive line gets their push. And we know the quarterback struggles sometimes with pressure in his face. I think the interior of this offensive line is going to be very important, because that's where a lot of their power comes from. What you got?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's going to be a lot of eyes on Brock Hoffman for a reason, right? And we touched on the mishap they had in overtime and Dak taking accountability for that. So obviously those got to get cleaned up, which they're working on this week, because there is a difference when you swap out a center, obviously. But then I'm also taking a look at just the tackles. I think in general, I think that is where they're struggling all over the place with the Bears, but I think their weakest points are their tackles right now. So that matchup I like. I like the challenge there for our O-line. Again, if Tyler Guyton isn't a go, that's definitely going to be a matchup I'm keeping an eye out because I think that's where the Bears are their weakest, I should say.
X factor receiver room.
Out of the receiver room?
Yep.
I need CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Just have a Madden day. Just put up Madden numbers, please. I mean, that's gonna be who they're trying to stop. Again, we say this, who are they gonna double team? That's the man that you have to stop. And CD has proven he's not stoppable right now. His worst game, he still put up 100+ yards. We saw what he did last week, and I think he sets the tone. But overall, this run game gets going a little bit. I think it's a done deal. I think that's the key to winning this game. Establish the run early.
Absolutely.
That's fair. Tire these guys out, but also too, I'm trying to tell you, I seen it on film. I hate to say it, but when they as a team start getting hit in the mouth, they don't seem to have that pick me up after, and that's why you see them very much so kind of mistakes and diminishing after the half. It's like they'll come out, play well, but I don't know how much fight they got in them. We'll see how they're gonna fight this week, because they know 0-3 is a scary place. But I want to do it quickly, because if you are going to, because like I said, I do think their offense is going to be able to score some points too. So the Cowboys offense needs to be aggressive and set the tone for the game. I know that they've been deferring and letting the defense go out there first, baby. You might need to
Yeah.
you might need to let the offense go on ahead and put up some points early in the game. What you got?
I believe Shotty actually said that in the press conference too.
Fast start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fast
he
start is
did.
important. May not be deferring to the second half just because they do know the sense of urgency they have.
I love that he talked about practice. Did you?
Ooh.
I love what he said about practice. One thing about Scotty, say what you want to say, he gonna keep it a G. He said they look sloppy in practice all week. They look slow in practice all week. As a matter of fact, I almost started practice over because we needed a redo to me. And he said that's how they came out during the game. And I love that he's acknowledging that the energy that you put in through the week, the preparation you put in through the week is going to show up on the field. So I'm hoping that these guys is locked in and understanding that, again, this is a hungry Bears team. This is a Bears team that very much so understands the division they're in and that they can't play no games. And also, too, you got new coaches over there that are coaching for their jobs. Like, not coaching for their jobs, but coaching for their reputation at this point, coming in. No first year, like, Ben Johnson was highly touted coming out. Like, I remember because we was over here clamoring, too. And so, I know I was. So yeah, they're trying to get some success and some morale going with this team. And I think that they are going to try to hit you.
Yeah.
Hit you.
I'm not counting out what Ben. I mean, there's a reason why we wanted, or everybody wanted Ben Johnson, right?
Yeah.
So I think, and someone was mentioning it, that this happens a lot, but Ben Johnson went from just having to worry about one group, and now he's got to worry about a whole group. And again, like I mentioned, this was a team that he kind of felt was okay defensively, and now I feel like he has to step over there and figure out how to plug in all these holes at the same time, deal with his comfort zone. So I'm not counting him out this offense. I think he's in his little lair right now cooking up something, because not saying they don't.
Lair is insane. Now he a warlock.
I'm over it.
He be locked in. Have you seen his press conference?
He don't play no games. He's very serious, y'all.
He don't smile. I hope they don't get the win this week, but when they get a win eventually,
He do a smile. Just
little-
one.
I don't know.
It ain't nothing
like-
to smile about. Ain't nothing funny right now.
Facts.
Ain't nothing funny.
No games. Don't touch nothing. Don't ask for nothing. I don't know.
Don't ask for nothing.
Yeah, that's insane.
Ferg is my X factor, though, Nicole. I think he can take advantage of these linebackers in coverage. Sister, the Lions did it all day. It was rough. Hopefully, Javonte Williams gets going in the passing game a little bit as well. We got to see
A little bit, yeah.
Gibbs is one of the best at this, but I think Javonte Williams does have some receiving capabilities. Try to take advantage of them in the flats. Half guys miss. They struggle to tackle sometimes. It's just, do sound a little familiar, like you was saying. So
Javonte Williams actually has a chance to make history as the first Cowboy to have rushed for a rushing touchdown in his first 3 games, surpassing Herschel Walker.
after, say it again.
I know you said
Sorry,
it's
sorry,
just
sorry.
a lot. The stats
It's
be
fine.
killing
It's
me
great.
sometimes.
Yeah. I'm just
Say
going
it
by
again.
what was on the thing from
It's
Patrick
early. Say it
Walker.
again.
No,
Okay.
I believe you.
All right, Javonte Williams has a chance to, if he rushes for another touchdown against the Bears,
Okay.
he would have rushed for a touchdown in the first 3 games.
Okay.
Right? Surpassing Herschel Walker. So Herschel Walker, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I
His
guess I
first
was.
three games,
His first 3 games.
or his first 3 games. Because I was like, Dallas ain't scoring no touchdown in 3 games at the start of the season.
Yeah,
Didn't
I'm
he
scared.
hit some milestone just last week? I thought.
He
Monte
was the
Williams.
first. He was the first first Cowboys running back since 2016, since Ezekiel Elliott, to rush for a rushing touchdown in the season opener.
Okay. You see, the stats is
Sorry, it's crazy.
Nah, just the fact
is
that
crazy.
your running game has been like that for that long is very telling. Shout out to you, Dak Prescott. We appreciate you.
That part. And shout out to the Cowboys for going to get a running back that is producing. Not saying that you know what? All right.
too late.
Hopefully we get to see the other one too.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take our second break here on Girls Talk Boys Talk, and got a game for y'all coming up
No.
after the break.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
When you're on the field, you know what it takes to lead your team and play with confidence. But that confidence shouldn't just stop at game time. It should follow you off the field, too. Join over 500 NFL players who trust Invisalign, the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner brand. Ready to take the first step towards a smile you'll love? Visit Invisalign.com/NFL and find a doctor near you today. Transform your smile and take your confidence to the next level, both on the field and off.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
How does the cheerleader's hair always look so perfect? We asked, and they shared one of their biggest beauty secrets. If you want hair like theirs and confidence to match, use Babyliss Pro styling tools. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders use Babyliss Pro curling irons to get those perfect game day curls. To get the hair you see on the cheerleaders, head to BabylissPro.com. Use the code Cowboys20 for 20% off Babyliss Pro tools, the official styling tools of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Get the discount while it lasts. Offer may be withdrawn at any time at advertiser's discretion.
Discover Aiden, the official luggage partner of the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Known for top-tier engineering and craftsmanship, Aiden offers more than just bags. Originating from Australia and designed in New York, it merges fashion, design, and culture. Used by Dallas Cowboys players, staff, and the entire organization, Aiden provides style and functionality for all travelers. Visit AidenTheBrand.com and use code AidenXCowboys for 25% off your purchase. Travel like your favorite stars with Aiden.
Are you a Cowboys super fan? The search is on for the 2025 Fan of the Year presented by Captain Morgan. Now through September 29th, nominate extraordinary NFL fans, dynamic duos, and game changers who rep the Cowboys with pride and turn every game day into an unforgettable adventure. You could be sent to Super Bowl 60. Enter to win at NFL.com/Fan of the Year today.
Go ahead, enter to win. All right. Welcome back to Girls Talk Voice Talk, presented by Invisalign. Nicole Hutchison, Brianna Aldridge, and Aisha Morrison. Are y'all ready, ladies?
You have a game? What's the game?
For the game. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Bullseye or bust?
Baby, I don't know about this game because we was wrong. Loud and wrong last year.
It's
last week.
It's fine. It's great.
Look.
Y'all have a chance to redeem yourselves.
Okay.
Y'all ready for this? All right. The Cowboys defense, y'all ready? Mm-hmm. Holds Caleb Williams to under 50% completion rate.
They blitzing or not?
I feel like that's
Are they doing a blitz?
Sure.
Sure.
I didn't add that, but
Barnacles.
see,
I'm
Ain't no
going.
blitz.
It's gonna be a. Oh, we gotta say the bust of a bullseye thing, right?
bullseye or bust. Yep, y'all heard me.
It's gonna be a bust for me. I'm sorry. After what happened last week, I gotta see.
She sound like that little boy. I gotta see. I gotta see. I'm gonna go bust. I don't think he's that. Yeah, no. I got a little faith in Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, his pockets are clean. His completion percentage goes up almost 40%. It drops significantly when he is blitz or under pressure. All right. And Flus ain't doing all that most time.
He'll get to
Y'all
at
ready?
least 60. Yeah.
Y'all ready for number 2?
Let's do it.
Bullseye or bust. All right, number 2. Dak Prescott will throw. Dak Prescott will throw 300 plus yards and 3 touchdowns against the Bears defense.
He bet not. A bust. He bet not have to do all that passing and carrying on. If he gotta do
both
that,
statements.
if he gotta do that, then the defense is doing what they was doing last week. I don't have time for this. my heart can't take
I'm gonna go bullseye.
No.
I'm sorry. I feel like this is gonna be like zoom, 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 zoom.
Wow,
It's gonna be like shoot.
I said what I said.
Did you have to do the whole like?
That's what the ball.
That's what we're
like.
here for.
That's what the ball sound like to
Wow.
her. Shoot.
That's great. I love
Like
it.
lifesaver.
Clack.
Lifesaver.
Y'all ready for number 3?
Yep.
Y'all want to say it? Aisha, go.
Bullseye or boo?
Hell no. Try that again. What was that?
Bullseye or boo?
That was better.
I have to put all that bass on my voice at the
Just don't
end.
ask me to
How
say
you
that.
get that much bass? I got to come from my diaphragm
Hey,
for
you gotta
real.
you gotta, bring it out. Yeah, it's fine. All right. All right. Dak Prescott will be kept clean all day. That was number 3.
Like, you mean
Like, no
0?
sacks. Sorry. I should have just said that.
How many sacks I had last week?
1, but it was negated.
Uno.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Okay.
He might be all right. I don't know. Sweat scares me. I don't care what they defensive line look like because against Terrence Steele,
I'm going Buzz.
yeah, he might get.
I don't think it's gonna be outrageous, but I mean,
gonna pinch
those guys are on notice.
They're
Right
gonna
now.
at least pinch him or something.
They gonna
I hate you.
down.
Pinch.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Number 4. Bree, you want to try it?
No,
Please do it.
please leave me alone.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Don't put no pressure on me.
Bullseye or bust. All right. The Cowboys will have 3 takeaways on Sunday against the Bears.
That's. I'm gonna go bust because they ain't taking the ball away like that. Now, if they do decide to mix some things in the back end, they just kind of been playing straight up as of late. But if they decide to disguise some things, I do think that Caleb Williams is still trying to figure out going through his reads, his progressions, being patient, that type of stuff. He will throw the ball in the air,
Yeah.
So probably not.
So that's a bust.
It's a bust for me because they ain't had they haven't had that many turnovers already.
Yeah,
Sure.
that the
But-
three.
I was just hoping.
Yeah,
But
that-
hopefully, maybe the Donovan Wilson pick will like roll over, like when Singular used to have rollover minutes.
they were calling for that man's job on social media because
It was bad though.
I know, and that's just not fair. We know
We wouldn't be doing that.
we know we could do well and what he cannot. But yeah, I'm going bust just because same reason we haven't seen it. I know that's the goal, 3 takeaways a game that they wanted, and it just hasn't been. Really hope they do it. Want to set the tone for again what's coming for Week 4 and into AT&T Stadium. But yeah, I'm gonna hit them with the bust until I see it.
All right, bet.
Hit
Here we
him
go.
with the bust.
Number 5. Bullseye or bust. That was a little bad. I don't like that one. I'm going to try that again.
Okay.
Dude, take her down.
Bullseye or bust. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Darius Leofau will finally get some PT and force a fumble.
Ooh. If I say bullseye, it's just wishful thinking.
I just want to say bullseye.
about to
put
psych
it out
myself
there.
out. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it into the atmosphere. Lord, please, Jesus, whatever is going on,
Hallelujah.
Maris Leofau, you need his speed on the second level,
She
Lord.
brought the football guys.
There we go.
I'm putting positivity. I'm gonna say bullseye because I just want it to happen.
Just happen,
because I
please.
feel like that will lead to him being on the field more. But I don't know. Watching the tape, maybe Maris gets more than 9 snaps this week. But I get excited anytime he's out there.
He just got to be disciplined and play under control.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it. I'm giving it to him.
Organized
I've
chaos.
been very negative with the bus. So
I'm gonna say,
bullseye.
yeah, it has been a lot of buzz. It's 2 bullseye.
All right, well, that's a wrap for the day's show. That's a wrap for Bullseye and Bust. It's great. You have to come and see us every day because we are pretty much very entertaining, to say the least.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
We try to be.
We try to
That's
be.
fair. We got Christy tomorrow, right?
We do.
We do.
Come and tap in with your girls at 8 a.m. Wake up with us because we're the best wake-up call for you. For Brianna Aldridge, Aisha Morrison, myself, Nicole Hutchison, we'll see y'all tomorrow. And we got Christy Scales in the studio with us. Bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!